And welcome back to yet another Let's Play on All the Mods 6. So, between episodes, I've been doing a little bit of interior design here. I've added one of each mythical Botania flower here so that we have all of them on these botany hoppers. Some I added earlier than the others. Took quite a while and a lot of mana to get that going, but it's all up now and we have all the colors, which lead to our next project. Also, I've changed this guy in here to have as many mob spawns as possible per spawn. So it has decreased its wait time to the lowest. It has the maximum amount of mobs and it's spawning inside itself so that they don't spawn outside. I have upgraded this guy quite a bit. I've added a efficiency tier, which is made in the dissolution chamber pretty easily. Just 1,000 latex, the usual stuff that we've got plenty of. I've added a speed tier as well to speed things up, and then a processing tier. So what they do is efficiency reduces the what you see there as progress by 20%. So it was 104 before, now it's 80. And this one decreases the amount of ticks per progress to go down, so it goes faster through. And this one increases the amount of mobs that it kills at a time. Instead of one, it adds 2 additional mobs. So now it kills 3 mobs at a time instead of just the one. You can add these upgrades to the spawner as well, then it will spawn 3 mobs and so on. I don't know if it increases the essence consumption when you do that. I've turned off the spawner for now because we have plenty of everything that it generates. Like we have plenty of blaze rod, we have plenty of ender pearls, and so on. So I just decided to turn that off just to fill up the tank a little bit. It's going slow but steady. So whenever we need something, we can just pop it in here. Right now, it's the blaze that's in here, but I've gotten a enderman, chicken for feathers, and spider for the spider eyes, and string. And I've also gone ahead and made this guy the mechanical apothecary, where you can put a bunch of stuff in it instead of just one at a time. You add the seeds here. You can then add whatever you want it to create here. It ran out of one of the materials, which is, I think it must be an air rune. So the smart thing about the apothecary is that you can add a water source beneath it. What I've done is I've put a basic mechanical pipe with extraction on the sink, and then it adds water to this guy automatically, which is super nice for when you want to create a bunch of stuff at a time. And what else have I done? I think that is it since the last episode. I just wanted you guys not to have to sit through all that. I've spent enough time as it was doing the Botania ones. They always take me a lot longer than I expect them to do. So now I am going to do one of the hard ones, because this guy is no longer going to be able to fit this room. So I am going to grab him. Oh yeah, I made something else as well. I am going to plop that in here for now. That's actually, he actually fits perfect there. I can't even remember anymore what I made this room for. I think I did it for, yeah, I don't know, Botania maybe. Maybe Animal Farms. I can't remember. Anyway, so I've also made a backpack. I made the large one, which is a large backpack right there. And then I named it in an anvil to be called Botania. And then, of course, I added all the Botania stuff to this one just to take up a lot less space in my bag. And then it's just handy because most of Botania only uses Botania. So I might as well keep that together in one bag and then add that here. I can add a bag for everything here if I want to, I guess. You can also use the sophisticated bags in here, but if you are going to use sophisticated bags, you need to make the Inception Upgrade, I think it's called. Where is it? Feeding, restock, Inception Upgrade. This allows you to put these sophisticated backpacks inside themselves, but I just put a useful backpack in there instead. So yeah, now we have the space that we need here, and I want to be sure that we have the space underneath as well. Should be enough space. Probably should move this setup at some point, because what we want to do now is we want to make ourselves a multi-block created by me. I designed this in some other gameplay. I think actually I've done it on this server as well. This is where I am gonna have my huge, humongous kinda applied logistics central thing. So what we want to do first is we need some applied, oops, not caps lock, let's try that again. Applied logistics controller. And where is the controller? I can't get my eyes on it. Maybe I'll just search for it. Oh yeah, right, it's because it's not lighting up. So what we need is some skystone blocks and some pure flux dust. So we've got some skystone blocks here. Yeah, just add all of them in here, I guess. We can always create more of those. And then the pure flux. Let's do 32 of those and add it to our enricher. What? Right. Okay. And then add them here to get our pure flux crystals or flukes. I don't know what you guys call these. I've decided to call them flux because, you know, flux, like in Back to the Future. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the controller. So applied controller. There we go. We are going to start with just one for now. And we are going to plop that into the floor here like that. And then we are going to need some space around them like this. And this is why, by the way, I had to get all of this going first, because we are going to need different kinds of colors now. Which color do we want for our new dense cables? We needed wool and we needed colors. That's why we had to go through all of that before being able to do what we're going to do now. What's a cool color? I think I'm going to go with orange today. So let's grab a couple of these. Let's just do 16. That's going to be 32. And then we are going to use our mortar and pestle like that, or pestle and mortar. And there we've got our orange dye. So with that, we are going to craft some dense cables. We are first going to do the flux dense cables. So for that, we're going to need a bunch of these. I think we're going to do a couple of quartz fibers first. Do I have enough for a stack? I did, surprisingly. And we're going to craft as many as these as we can. We're going to run out of crystals though, just a stack. Then that will be fine. And then let's put some sleeves on that with our wool. Look at that, 2,000 wool. So that's 60. Oops. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna make them into the fat ones, or dense ones. Sorry. And we're gonna add some glowstone. Where's the glowstone? Where is the? Oh, I need one more. Okay, let's do cable and do one more cable here. Oh, okay. Guess not. So where is it's because it's behind the screen here. The terminal, I mean. Okay, that's okay. So what we're gonna do is add one more flux covered cable. Now we have 8 of those, and there's a reason that I'm doing 8 at a time. Let's clear that out, get some redstone and get some glowstone, and then that will give us 8 smart cables. These smart cables do not have any, if they are gray, that means they will match with any color. So you can add a black one to this one, a blue one to this one, whatever color you want into this one. So we are actually going to go with a black dye as well. We'll grab that later. We're not needing that right now. And the dense ones we can do the same with. So redstone and some glowstone. Oh, come on. Glowstone right there. And that is 16 of these. And we wanted the orange dyed ones. And that's just going to be 2 dyes for 16. Now we're going with orange and we're going to add that here. There, actually, let's wait a bit with that. We need some more skystone blocks, so I'm gonna need to pop some of this skystone here. We're just gonna grab 8 pieces of those and add them to the melter here, and then you go there, and this should give me some more blocks, which I can then use to replace the blocks underneath here, just to keep everything looking cool. And this, that, here, and there. Now I usually actually make these 2 white. I just remembered. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm doing this by memory. It's quite a while since I last did one of these builds. There, and that's perfect. Now we can do that and this and that. Now I just realized what would be smarter to do, maybe. No, nah, we're gonna go ahead and do it like that and then add 2 up there. So for this, we are actually gonna go and make another elevator, because now we have lots of ender pearls and our wool, so the elevators are not expensive for us to do anymore. So let's do 2 of those and then add them in front of this room. Oh, there's a cable here. Okay. Let's see where our cables are running by grabbing another cable. Whoops. Okay, I see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this cable a little bit like that, and then we can remove that and this. Then we are going to get a new laboratory. Large tile there. Then we're going to need our facades. They are here and them there instead. And then we can add our elevator here. Oops, let's actually pop that off and then add one here. And then grab the other one. Where did it go? There. And now we can get down here without having to run all the way over there every time. Okay, so now we need something else. This does not have any power, so we need to give it power as well. And we do have power incoming through here. We also have colors for this setup now. We will do it like, okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves another power applied. Oops, applied, and I am looking for that one, energy thingy, Maduri. You go there, and where did it go? Here, one of these energy receivers, and then we're going to do one of the big guys now, because we do have plenty of materials now. So let's get 8 of those. What? And we are going to need some more. Where did it go? Glass here. Let's just grab a couple of those. We're probably going to need them later. Oh, that's what I feared. Let's crush some of this up while we do that. Actually, this is going to go pretty good. Nah, we'll just craft while we're waiting, and then we should now be able to get the rest of these. So we want to get, I guess not. Okay, so we're going to do 32, and we're going to do, is it redstone? And then what is it? Is it quartz? I think, and we should have a water puddle over here. We do. Turn off them. Actually, we can just add those to the blacklist. So don't pick up that, don't pick up that, and don't pick up this. Then add these to that puddle and Bobsha Ongle, and we've got our 64 flux crystals. And here's the dust, and we're going to take half of these and crush them up too. Just going to grab those already, and there we go. 8 of those are going to turn into one of the dense ones. Yes, very good, because these two combined will be what powers our whole system here. So now I think I'm actually going to raise that 2 more up. And then we want, can I add this directly to that system? I think I can. I reckon I can. Yes. Okay, so that's going to take 1 channel. And then let's go up here and get our cable. And where is it? It's right there. So we just need to move this guy here. We can remove that. And we can take a new laboratory thingy. And we can use the facade we just got. Add that here. Do I have any more facades? I do, luckily. So let's get another large tile and then remove this and add a connector. And we're going to do the advanced blue connectors going forward because they are faster, and we might as well use those everywhere now that we have unlimited supply of nether ender pearls. Sorry. Okay, so we need this to have some energy as well, and we need to move the power and re-add the power. That's probably not it. I'm going to do them both just to be safe. And we have our facade right there. And now this system has power as well. It's an individual system that is not connected with the rest of the system. This actually doesn't take any channels. I just remembered. Power doesn't take any channels, so not an issue. And now what we're going to do is something that is pretty cool. We're going to do ourselves a favor and add some P2p tunnels. And we should be good on those. We need 4 of these for now. We're going to need more later. And we are going to need a memory card. We're going to need 4 of those as well. Oh, we can only take 1 at a time, so we might as well just do that. And then we are actually good to go. Yes. So we are going to extend this 1 further out. Remove the underlying block here just for looks. Okay, that's good. And then we have our 4 skystone blocks here. So let's add 4. Put those in here and that in here. That in here, and then add that in there. And yes, that will do. Okay, so this can actually stay here. It's not going to be a problem. This here, this here, this here, and this here. Do I actually need... Maybe I don't. Where's my wrench? Where did you go, wrench? I don't see you. There you are. Just going to test something. Oh! Okay, we can save some space then. Yeah, I'll fix this up later. But we are going to move these. And notice that these P2p networks, they're not active right now because they are actually facing the quote-unquote wrong way. They're facing inwards. So these channels are going into these P2p networks and they are offline because they need to be connected to the system to work. So what we're going to do now is we are going to grab some orange cable. We have the normal ones, which are multicolored, and we're going to go for the orange dye as well and add to just the one. Yeah. I just thought about something. Maybe these should have been gray. Come to think of this, this would actually be smarter to have these in gray. Just those ones. The others doesn't matter. Where's the dense cable? Did I not? I turned all of them. Let's just make some more dense cable then. Dense cable. Let's do 16, and then do all 15. Okay, we're just gonna do 8 then. Then 2. 3. Redstone. Glowstone. I hope 3 is enough. Probably isn't. Is it now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's enough to get us up here at least. I just realized because we're going to need different kinds of color on top here, so it's a better idea to have these because they connect to any color. So I can add the orange ones and they will connect like that, which is useful, but it's not going to sit like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab some anchors. Anchor. Cable anchor. Don't we have a cutting knife in here? We do. So we're gonna, oops, add that here and then some iron. And let's do a stack of those. And we're gonna, oops, can't go that way anymore. This here, that here, that here, that here. Let's do double just for aesthetics. Like that. And then we can add these like this. And we can add that, and we can add, we need more. Yeah, that's it. With the cables, you always need more than you think. Orange smart cable, we do not have any more of these. These we do not have a lot of. Let's do some more for these. Let's just grab another stack and then do some flux cables. Let's just do stack. Then let's do some of these. Let's grab 16. And orange. Like so. There we go. And now we should be able to connect the last ones like that. See, I added this cable anchor because I wanted to separate these two from each other. So the cable anchor makes them not connect. And we can see that we've used 4 channels out of 32 on this side of the ME controller. Each side has 32 channels. And unfortunately, you cannot remove channels on ATM6. I usually play without channels at all, so I have to think about how I do this build, which is why I'm doing this octopus looking kind of thing, I guess. And we need the memory cards now because we need each of these to have a stored memory. So we need that one to be linked. We need this one to be linked, and that, and then this. Now we have our memory cards, and they are connected to a side each, which means whatever P2P we connect with this ID will go into this channel. You will see later on, don't worry about it. We are going to fill out one of these 32 channels pretty quick. So we need another dense cable actually. So let's go ahead and grab a dense cable. There. Here we go. Okay. So now we are up here. We are gonna add something up here as well. And I'm gonna do a little build here just to save some time because we are almost out of time. Only 10 minutes left, give or take. So I will do a little build here and then show you what I've done. And I just broke everything I just made. As this will look like no progress to you. I realized it was too hard for me to explain everything if I did it afterwards. So we're just going to do it together. And then this will have to be one of the longer episodes again. I'm so sorry. So first of all, we're going to add these two up here. And we want them to be orange, not the color that we're going to use for networking out later on. Because we don't want them to connect with the sides that we're going to add in a moment. And for this guy, we are going to add a P2p tunnel, like this. And then we want this to be connected. So we do that by right-clicking it. And now whatever goes into this channel here will go into the corresponding channel down here. I think this was the one. No, it wasn't. Which one was it? This one. So everything I add up there will go into this channel here. And that's not making any sense right now, but it will, I promise. So we need 8 more of these, and we are going to have to do another color. This is actually going to be the color that we are going to use for our terminals. That one has to be black, if I can do that. There is black cable, that's cool. So let's do black, and then let's go down into the sides like this, and then that is going to be it for now. Then we are going to add some molecular assemblers. So we're going to need some crafting tables. So we're going to do planks, and we are going to need a lot of these. So I might as well just craft a bunch of those. And molecular, we are going to need a couple of these. And I will craft all those later. I'm just going to add this one just to explain how they are gonna work. We also need some interfaces. Interface, we are gonna need a couple of these. Let's do 8. Then we ran out of something. I didn't see what. Dust again. Okay. Oh wow. Charged. Use all our charged Certus quartz. And then we are gonna need some quartz again. We are gonna need some redstone. Like that, and then let's go ahead and add those in. Control Shift Q to drop them from the inventory, and they should pop into my inventory automatically. And we are gonna go ahead and take that almost full stack and crush them all. Totally forgot I had those in here, but we're gonna need a lot of dust anyway, so it's not a problem that we are making a few extras. And there we go, plenty of dust now. So let's go ahead and put those in here and do applied, because we need one of those, and we need interfaces, so we need this one as well. Let's do 10 of those, and then do these. We're actually going to need 3, and we want to turn them into the ones that can fit on the cable, and we're going to say 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to add our moleculars, like so. I can fix that. Where's the connector? Oh, it's under here, underneath it. So let's go ahead and just remove this real quick. And don't connect up, because we don't want that to happen. And then add that molecular here, and we are going to need a few more of those. So now molecule, and can I perhaps do 2 more? That would be awesome. I can, like that. And now that is going to be like this. We have used 3 channels now, and it's cost us 1 channel to add this 1 P2p channel, and we have got 3 channels here, and those 3 channels are going into this side here, as you can see. So this has used 3 out of 32, where this has used 5 out of 32. Yeah, so that's how you can bridge your channels, I guess. That's how I'm doing it. And now we need some more applied. I've prepared for this one because that's what we have this, and we are going to need 1 of those. Oh, we need a crafting unit, so we need some more cables. Let's just get the rest of those. What did I run out of? Here, I wonder. I didn't even notice. 64k. Oh, flux crystals, obviously. That's so annoying. And there we go. We actually need 2 of those. And we need this guy. And you are going to stand right there. And then we are going to add 2 co-processors, 1 for now, like that. And then we're going to add 1 more, and then we should hit the roof. Yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to do another crafting unit, and then another co-crafter here, and then we need 1 more of the big guys. I actually didn't craft and 1 of these, and we do not have enough logic processors right now, so let's go ahead and get that going. So we need some redstone, and we need some silicon. Add that. Oh, great. Well, we're going to need more of those. I can promise you that much for sure. Let's even this out. Yeah, I hope that's the right amount. And then we can do some applied and do the 64k. Need 1 of these. We're going to need a lot of this later on, so I'm just going to do 1 side, and then I will duplicate it to all the other sides. I'm just doing it now to show you what I'm doing, and I do hope I have enough quartz. I should have. So we need 27. Thank God. Then we need all of those. Typical. That's 9, and then the big guys here. 2. What did I run? Redstone? No. Oh. Okay. Man, that's an issue, because this is gonna do the gold ones first. Oh, thank God it didn't. And we need to stop doing that, and then add this here, and we gotta add those. And please tell me we've got 1 more. That is actually pretty good. And then we've got our 46k, and we need that to be up on top. And this is our crafting unit. This is 1 big unit. It is not connected to network right now. Neither are any of these. and that is on purpose, because we need for them to be connected on the side here. We need our black cable, and then add those all the way over here, and that's it. Look at that, we've connected this up. Now we are going to need an interface, and we're going to move these drives as well. So can we do that now, actually? Thinking. Nah, we'll do that after this. So that is one side, and then we are gonna do, how many channels did we add here? That was 4. So we can use 4 channels more. It's gonna be 3, and that is doing 1. So no, we're not gonna add any more here. Yes. Okay, so we need some more moleculars and some more interfaces, and we will do that in a moment. So let's go ahead and check up. I'm gonna have to look at some of my screenshots. I will be back in a... Right, sorry for the cut. So the thing is, this is a bit different than what I'm used to build because of the height. It's a bit different, but I think I've got the gist of it now. I just had to look at how I did it in another build I did. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to grab some white cables. We already got some white dyes, and no reason to go grab those. And then we need some more smart cables. Here's our cables. We're going to need 8. Do I have enough? Oh, just barely. Then 8. And then the white. Okay, and then we need another P2p as well. So let's grab that guy. Ah, Lux again. Dang, I don't have any more charts, certs quartz. And I do now. I just went ahead and used the diesel mine over there to get some more quartz. And we are gonna throw that into here, get our quartz. Come on, yeah, 48. What? Oh, right. Wait. What? Huh. Okay, and we are now good to go with the P2p. There we go, and we're going to add that to this here side, and then add a link to it. The same link as the other one. Notice that. We need to use only 4 channels. I actually think it's not really needed, but I'm going to do it just for, yeah. Just because. Let's add that here. Then add 1 here as well. And that should do. Yes, we don't want them to connect to the processing units yet. This should be offline though. How is this connected? Oh, it's probably just taking a while for it to realize that it's not connected, because nothing is connected to these moleculars. That means these are not connected either. That's weird. It's only using 4 channels, which is 1, 2, 3. Wait, 4 channels? What's going on here? Why is this connected? Are you having a laugh now? Why is this using a channel? It's... Oh, right, because it's going into... Oh my god, okay. It will fix itself. This does not make any difference at all, but it will fix itself, I promise. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that here, then down there, and then add these 3 here, and then add... No, not these 3. And we are gonna add those here. Yeah. And now this will connect into this and use that channel now. So this should be down to 3 now. Yes, look at that. It fixed itself. Okay, thank God. I just got worried a bit there. Because this takes precedence or whatever you call it over that one, because this is connected directly into where this is going through the molecular into this network, so it's not using that channel. And the reason that we want to only use 3 channels is because I'm going to use 3 more channel on the front, one for interfaces, and then we are going to use one on each side here for interfaces as well. It's not interfaces, terminals. You will see. So interface. Let's just do 2 of those for now and add them like that, and here, and then we can actually, let's do 1 more. Let's just do a bunch of those. We're going to need them anyway. And then add 1 here. Yes. Okay, this is working out exactly like I wanted it to. Now I am going to add some facades. So let's get some blocks. I do believe we have some blocks in here. Some skystone blocks. Invalid machine. Oh. Let's do 16 for now. Gonna need a couple of these later. You can go in there, and we are gonna add some, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, then on top as well, like that. And do we want anchors here? No, we do not, because moleculus does not take any. Okay, so we're good. So there, and then maybe 1 here. Doesn't, no, that's not really needed. Yes, that will definitely do. And then let's add some here. Yes, very good. And underneath here, can I do that from over here? I wonder. Yes, over here. I wonder if you can actually crawl on purpose. Did I have any more skystone blocks? I did. Let's just get 4 more. Like that. Okay, so that is basically it. This is the build. This is one side of it. So what we are just going to need now is a lot of cables here. This is going to take 2 channels for now. That's 1 here and 1 here. That's 2 channels. And then it's going to take 1 more on this side. That is that's going to be 3 channels. And then it's going to take some up top as well. I guess we can do 3. I'm going to do the math soon, but what we're going to do now is we're going to add a couple more moleculars. So let's do molecular and see how many we can get. We need more for these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and what? Okay. Very good. And where did the processes go? Went down here. And how many do we have already? Did I not? Okay, 10. There we go. And molecular. So we are going to need some interfaces here, some terminals. I'm going to do terminal, and I am, what are you? Wireless, okay. I'm going to do an normal terminal first in order to make a crafting one. Do I have everything? Yes, I do. So we're going to add a terminal there. And then we are going to need a interface terminal like that. And you are going to live here. And then we need a pattern terminal. Come on. Blank. Lock. Wonder, can you do a ton of these at a time? You cannot. Let's just do a bunch of these. Then pattern terminal. There's our pattern terminal, which is going to be there. And then we need some empty patterns. No, that's not what they're called. Blank pattern. Yeah, blank pattern. And we are going to need a bunch of these, just 2 for now. And then we can wait for the server to load so we can add those in here. And now look at this. This is using exactly 8 channels to run. It's doing the 3 here, the 2 on the sides, that's 5, and 3 here, that's 8. So that's the perfect amount of channels we can get into this P2p tunnel that way. And by doing that, we will add those into this channel over here. And you can see it's on 10 now because it's 8 from here and 2 from here. And it's costing us 2 channels in total on the upper side here. So that's on 6 now. Which is just great because now we can do a blank pattern. And what I do is I press enter here so that I'm not writing in the terminal anymore. Then I press R on the blank pattern, click the plus button, and it can use search quartz. Yes, that's right. And then add the blank pattern here. And I can add it into the molecular assembler setup. And now I'm able to craft blank patterns. I'm not going to be able to because we don't have any more quartz glass, and I'm missing quartz, and I'm missing iron. I'm missing everything because this is not connected to the main network here. I'm going to have to do something with the, I think I'm going to add them to this side here. That's going to cost us a channel as well. You really have to think about where you use your channels now. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and disconnect all of this. This should still be able to craft because it has its own network, its own power supply, so that should be fine. And now I should have this here, and I can add that there, and I can add in the drives like so. And now I should have full access to everything on my main hub here. I do. And I have space to move around. So this is one side. It's going to have moleculars on top here as well. So this is now off because it's not connected anymore. So we are just going to go ahead and grab some cables. We have the black ones. Do we not have any normal smart cables anymore? Did I run out of those? It does appear like it. So we are going to go ahead and just craft ourselves some more. And we can connect this back up, and now this has power again. Has nothing in the system because that's moved over here now. So now we should be able to craft this. We can't though because we are missing quartz glass, but not to worry, we can tell it how to do that. by going like that, and then add this to here, and then we should be able to craft that. And because it already knows how to craft the quartz class, it can skip that process. So now I can actually go ahead and do this, and it will craft those, but it's going to need some more Certus quartz. We're just going to do, let's say 8 for now. Oh, and we are out of glass as well, apparently. So we're going to need some sand that we will melt into glass. So there's always these steps here that we're going to have to take. Yeah, that will do for now, and then we should be able to do our 8 blank patterns now. We could, it's going to go really slow because I haven't put in any accelerators. I will put 5 in each, but I will do that afterwards. And then we have some blank ones, and now we can add auto crafting to our system. Beautiful. That means we can do the moleculars as well. Molecular. And for that, we are going to add this, and it's going to be added like that. You can tell it to be allowed substitutions. That means if you have other crafting tables that fit in this recipe, it will be able to use them, but it might as well just use the normal ones. Because if I have any others, there will be a reason for me to have it. And then I am going to craft, let's say, how many do I have space for? 6. Can I do 6 of these? Do I have the mats for that? I do. And look at that. How beautiful is that? Amazing. So this is how my thing is going to look like. There's going to be interfaces on the back side of this. That means we're going to need 6 channels, which we can get from top here. I'm going to move this up, add another P2p tunnel, add a new cable, and we can do 6 more here. And then we can do, it's going to do, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'm going to have to think about how I do this because I have to keep in mind the amount of channels. That's why this is really annoying to record, because this cannot be a short video on this. I cut it into 2 parts. Which I do not want to. I rather want to make one long video, and then you guys can decide to watch as much as you want to. I can't do this in a short video. I really do apologize. So what we're going to do is we are going to add another orange here, and we are going to add a P2p. We might as well add the recipe for it. And we want to use the normal one, not the pure ones. And what a good tip here is, each line here is one molecular channel, and that means it can't craft 2 items at the same time. So for example, to make this, I need glass, so I put those on a separate line, because then it can craft the glass in one molecular and the molecular assembler in another, so that it can craft 2 at the same time. It has the ability to craft 2 here in this huge crafting storage thing. It has co-processing units, so it can craft a couple of these at the same time. That's why I'm doing that. If you were curious about why I'm doing the separate channel thing. So let's add that there. We've got 8, 16. Got plenty of room for some more. So let's get our memory card. Which one is it? It's the CB7C. That's this one. So add that there. And then we are going to move this over here just to keep them separate. And then we can add a new color here. We're not going to do the black one or the white ones, because they will connect with the others. So we're going to go ahead and do a new color. We're going to go for the orange. So we are going to have a cable. We want to get some smart orange ones. We need those first. So we are not on that network, on this one. I'm already forgetting. Yeah, we didn't. Okay, so we are going to get, let's take 16 of these. And then do 8 orange ones. Line like that, and add that in. So that is gonna be one channel. How do I do this? Can I click this? Oh yeah, I can. So that's going to be one channel, and we only have room for... How can I do this in a smart way? If I add one here, and I go up there, that's 4 and 2 and 4. Yes, okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's get some more interfaces. Not in that network. Sorry, old habits die old. We are going to have to teach ourselves how to do the interfaces. So let's go ahead and grab that pattern, and it's going to get its own for now. And then we are going to do 2, 3, I guess. We need the Annihilation Course, so we are going to teach how to do those as well. Over here, we are going to run out of blank patterns if we're not careful, so we need this guy. And we are going to need that guy. There, they have to be on a channel each. That means you're going to go here. Which one is empty? Oh, this one over here. So let's go ahead and add one there. So molecular. Oh, we're not even having a single one. Okay. This one is not going to be needed, so you can go here. Okay, this will do. So now we can add. We need some Certus quartz. Quartz. No, the wrong network again. I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm getting a bit stressed. I'm not used to having to crash these while recording, so I am not used to having to think about the time, but this is going to be a double episode. That is for sure. So let's go ahead and grab those out real quick like that. And we should be good to go for some more moleculars. Let's do 1 and add that here. And then we are going to do another interface. We are going to need 4 at least. I don't have any interfaces here, do I? No. Let's turn those into the normal interfaces, and then we should be able to add those there. We might as well actually get one more. There we go, and here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna add this orange setup like that, because that is going to take 4 channels and 1 on each side. That is going to be 6 channels. So we're not going to go to 8 on this one. We could add 1 here, then we would get to 7. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, so this is how it's going to have to look, and I will explain in a moment why it's going to have to look like this. There's a reason for it, and we just have to duplicate the sides now. So we've done one side here, we have to do the same on the opposite side. So we have to finish this side over here as well. So we are going to need one more P2p. So we're going to do P2p like that, and we are going to add that P2p here. And we are going to give it a channel. That is the one, like that. And then we can add a new color. We're not going to do white. We're not going to do black. We're not going to do orange. So let's go ahead and do another color. Let's do red, maybe. It doesn't really matter which one we're doing. You know what? Bye. And actually, we might just as well add that here. Oh wow, that is very... Oh man, I wish that these were black, but then they would connect to these, and I would have to separate them all. with our anchors and stuff. So maybe white wasn't the brightest idea. No, it's okay. It's okay. So here we go, and we need another dye. Let's go choose a color. I'm gonna just take the red one because it's close to orange. Let's just do all of those. Don't really need that many. That's 12, and then we add those here, and the mortar, where is it? Here. That should give us some red dye. Perfect, and some more cables. We have the 8 laying around. I was saving up for those, so let's get those into the system. That's 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna work. Okay. I've got it now. So we need we're gonna need 6 interfaces in total for that, and I'm gonna run out of something. Oh wow, I didn't. Crazy. And we are just gonna turn those into normal interfaces right away. We're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th one will be like the opposite of this. So we could add another P2p channel here. So let's do that. P2p, we're going to need at least 2 more anyway. So we might as well just grab them. Then add that. That interface went away. I don't need that. We actually, let's do all of them. So we have 4 on each level here and 4 up here. And it's 8, 16. Oh, that's going to be an issue, isn't it? 8, 16. That's going to be 32. Oh, right. Okay, I need another memory card for that one. We are going to do... Let's do... Is this the CB7? Yes, we're going to add that here. Add that there. And then that already has this. And this... These we are going to change. I wonder if I can change them to, for example, this one. Can I do that? Oh, yes, you can. Okay, great. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough channels. There we go. And then as well, that and that. Okay, now all our channels are set up. And we have used 8 channels in total up here to make all these P2Ps. We're not going to lose any more channels from that. So that is in total of 13 from the top here. And then we're going to end up using all 32 on this side. We're going to end up using all 32. No, not all 32, but almost. I think maybe 28 on this side here. When we have all the interfaces and everything set up. And now the only thing I need to do is just duplicate what I've done on one side to the other side. So I'm going to add 1 here, 1, bam, bam. And then the black ones, we're going to need a lot more black ones though, I do believe. Yes, so let's go ahead and craft some more cables. And we are almost done now. We are almost done. I'm so sorry for dragging this out. Let's go ahead and do 8 more. Do we have any black dye? We do not. So let's go ahead and grab some black dye. There's some here. Not the tall ones. Yeah, 3 will be fine. And then we need the mortar. We've got our black dye now, and then we can add the black dye and the cable like so. And now we have some cable that is black, and then we can do the same as we did over there. So we are going to go, this is 1, so we're going to go 1 down, 2 to the sides. We are going to go 1 forward and then 2 here. This is going to need an anchor. There's an anchor here. We're going to need 2 of those. 1 here and one here just to make sure they don't connect to the crafting storages. And yeah, that will do. Then we will add the interface we dropped before. We will add that here, and then we can do the moleculars on that side. And then we need some red cable. We're going to need 4 in total, so let's do that here and here, and now those are connected, and we can add interfaces to those, and we can add all the interfaces here. We can add all the interfaces to this side. We need some white cable. Do I have enough? I do not have enough, so I'm going to add 1 here, and then we are going to add 1 forward, and then we need 2 more. So we are going to need some more cable, some smart cable first. We're going to need 8, and then some white. And then we are going to add that here and there. And that is it. This is it. This is our complete fixed super setup network. The amount of channels we use will be exactly the amount we need. The only thing we need to do now is add all the interfaces to all the sites here, all the sites here, all the sites here, and add all the moleculars. I'm going to add these facades, so I'm going to need some stone, more facades, but I'm just going to do the same thing I've done on the other side here. So just add 1 here, and 1 up here, and 1 up over there. So I'm just going to add a lot of those, and at the end, every side will look like this. We're going to add 1 of these on each corner, so we are going to have 4 separate 128k crafting storage, because I think it combines these. 1 on each corner, and that's going to be 1 big crafting cube where we have used a lot of channels, and it's going to look crazy when you look inside of it like this, which is why I had to go look at a screenshot real quick. But most of this I made up on the way while doing all of this. But that's going to be it. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft all the interfaces and all of that, and then I will end this episode. So I'm going to do that, be back with you, and then I will end the episode after that. And that is it. And it's been almost half an hour later. I haven't added the terminals yet because I haven't decided which terminals to add. I can add whatever I want. Like if I want some fluid terminals, I can do that. I can do the duplicate of this side on all the sides here. If I want to, that's usually only really necessary if you are more players playing in the same base and you don't want to block each other. This is a very cool structure. I'm gonna close it up, but before closing it up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the channels here. These P2p tunnels, you can only add 8 of those here. You can't add on top of that because that takes 8 channels, and you need these smart cables here. You might, no, you really can't, because P2p tunnels are very, very powerful, but you cannot do sub channels. So I could not have added a P2p channel down here, giving me 32 channels upwards here, and then be able to add 1 on top here to get extra. You can't do layers like that with P2p tunnels because you cannot do you cannot do sub channels tunnels. They won't work if you do it like that. Unfortunately, I've tried. Trust me, it doesn't work. So you can get the maximum of 8 here, but you can, however, work around it. I've done one that is 1 block taller by adding a P2p tunnel on top here, then adding out some channels from that. That was a bit messy, but I did get it to work in the end, and I was able to somehow, I can't even remember what it, yeah, you have 8 extra on top here as well. I think that's what I did. I used the 8 from the top here. That means instead of, no, that's not what I did. I can't even remember what I did, but I did get it to work out somehow. But yeah, that's one of the things about the P2p tunnels. And as you can see, we have used all 8 here, and they are going into the main network down there. And what you can see down here is that we have in total used 19 channels here and 24 channels there. So if I go ahead and turn off my jetpack and jump up here, and I close up this guy like that, this is the total structure that's going to look like this. You can of course change the colors around depending on what color of terminal you want here, but the reason that I'm using the facades here is that if you're using jetpack, if I did put a facade on the top here, we'll be able to see into the structure and I would be able to see all the cables. That does not look very good, and the same goes from underneath. When you play without channels, which I usually do on ATM3 and so on, I expand these to infinity down and up, you know, so you can just keep going. You can do that as well with this setup if you go around, up and in with a new set of channels and stuff. It is possible because you can theoretically have unlimited amount of channels as long as you keep adding controllers. Each controller has 6 sides like a dice, so that means you have 6 times 32 channels, and you can just add another controller underneath this and you will have 5 more channels and so on. You can just keep going like that. That is a way to get extra channels, and I will be doing that because my ME network going out to different rooms, like I want this room to be connected with it, I want this room here to be connected to my applied logistics, this room as well for auto crafting and all that. And I'm going to pull out channels from underneath here. I'm going to add one more controller, then pull out underneath and run my ME cables in the floor. I will show that in another episode. I just wanted to tell you now how I'm going to do that because I like to have all my cables hidden away, besides this because it looks cool. But the cool thing about doing the dense cables out here is that you can count the number of channels you have added into the ME controller. You could add these P2p tunnels directly onto the controller, but you wouldn't be able to count the amount of channels you have used. So I've used 20 here, 20 here, which is the middle one, I think. So that is 3 more here, 3 more here, that's 6, and 2 more here, that's 8. So I will, when I've filled this out, I will have 8 more channels used, and that will get a total amount of 28. No, this must be it then. Yeah. So when I add the 8 more, I will be at 32 channels, which is the maximum number of channels that I can have here. And that will be the middle ones, and the top one will cap out at 20, I think. I might be wrong. It might be 28 and then 24. But you need to run 2 P2p channels in order to be able to make that structure up there. Those were my final words for this structure. I've added accelerators here, and they are not cheap because you have 36 molecular channels here, so plenty of room to add auto crafting in for all kinds of different mods. That is really awesome. But to do that, you need 180 accelerators, and that is, as you can see, 180 diamonds and 270 iron, 90 redstone, 90 calculation processes, and 180 flux channel crystals. So that is not cheap. Same goes with the moleculars. I did 36, so that, as you can see, all goes up in price. It's not that expensive, but it's still, everything counts upwards, right? So it's 70 of these, and yeah, you can do the math yourself if you look here if you want to. 36 of these, of course, and so on. The most expensive part must be these. I think I do, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. That is a ton of quartz crystals. That's a little over 800 quartz crystals alone, and it's 224 gold, and look at that, over 1,000 redstone. So yeah, you need to stock up in order to do this this little block I've got here, and I've not even counted everything. There's the interfaces as well, and all the cables, the terminals, and all that. But I really love that I have this control center here where I can set up everything. I can connect to it, and I can do all sorts of stuff. I can add disk drives here if I want to. That takes a channel. It's one here. What? That should be one channel. Oh, it's the whole block. So one from here and one from there. Okay, you can see one line. That's one channel. Okay, so you can add drives all the way around here if you want to. I'm gonna add another controller underneath this one. Run our cable out and run it on in the floor here, just using facades. Facades like I've done up here for the XNet cables, and everything will be smooth and hidden, and I will be able to put storage buses and import systems and export systems throughout the base, and that will give me 32 channels here, and then I will be able to add a P2p tunnel on all of these. That will into each room, so I can add a P2p tunnel in here, get 32 channels into this room, 32 channels into this room, 32. I will have 32 different rooms that I can add P2p tunnels into, and I can just extend this all the way down forever, and then keep going, adding the channels in if I want to, like that. So I can just expand the P2p channels. They are very powerful. I will have a main P2p tunnel network, and if I get more than 32 rooms, which that will be a while before I get that far, but if I end up getting there, what I can do is I can drive more than one cable. I can just go one layer further down and then come up from underneath. So I can basically expand this out for as many rooms as I want with our main network going on the ground and all that. It's going to look amazing in the end. And that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for having patience with me if you made it all the way here to the end. I thank you for watching and have a very nice day.